from the NewsChannel 5 network. This is Inside Workforce Development.
Welcome to Inside Workforce Development. I'm Melinda Kelsey, and today's show is being sponsored by the Council on Developmental Disabilities. We have two very special guests that are joining me today on Inside Workforce Development. First, Kate Copeland is with Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital here in Nashville at Vanderbilt. And Tommy Lee Kidd is the Vice Chair on the Council for Developmental Disabilities. Thank you both so much for being here. I know that March is a very special month because it identifies individuals with disabilities in the hiring process. And we had a great meeting with you, Kate, and Tommy Lee last week, talking about all the great things that you're doing on the employment side for individuals with disabilities. And I know, Kate, that you started the first internship called Project Search at Vanderbilt Children's Hospital.
That is correct. We have a program called Project Search that's been in development since 2005. And what that program does, it partners a business with the community, and specifically we have individuals and adults and students with disabilities who are offered internships, which include job training, the ability to kind of work within our hospital and learn job skills, find out which job skills they're best suited for, and work with them over a significant period of time to get them ready to, with the ultimate goal to get a job within our hospital or out in the community.
Wow. So because you all did the first internship, tell me about that. How did that work with your existing staff? Did you have special accommodations that had to be made for bringing the individuals on board? Well,
different departments do different things, and so part of it is in certain areas what you have that are certain responsibilities that someone in an internship could participate in or be a part of in your department. And with that, in my particular area, I looked at some certain areas and responsibilities that really they could come and help us really provide a great patient care delivery. And so we worked with them to identify that, and then we had them come work in our department, and they do that across the hospital in several departments.
Wow. You know, a couple of things that we talked about last week when we were talking about all the great things going on at Vanderbilt, you all are world known. I mean, for the services that are provided here, people bring their children for services from all over the world. So how important is that one particular person that we may look at as having a disability? How do they engage with the public, and how does that transform into everyday interactions with other people? So
particularly, we have one individual that works in our emergency department, and he is just a true asset to our team. He interacts with our patients and families. He actually goes into every room when he's there because he does some stalking for us. We have only had great interactions with him, with our patients and families. His professionalism and his ability to interact with them is equal to anyone else on our team.
So why did you all choose to use the Project Search, and how did you get it? How did Vanderbilt get involved with that?
So we reached out, and we really wanted to add an opportunity not only for these individuals' disabilities, but they're a great asset to our workforce. And so it's a great partnership that we get really engaged individuals who are really want to work there and understand our mission and the work that we do.
Something that really stood out with me last week, you were talking about the one particular person that is involved in this, and that he could basically go back and go over what your mission, vision, and values are at Vanderbilt. Now, how many people can do that in any organization? Not many.
That is true. He's actually an employee of ours now. He's not in the, he graduated from the program. We actually hired him, and we developed a job for him because he was just an asset to our team. And so when you talk to him about his responsibilities, he can really relate them back to the work that we do and understand how he impacts our patients and families every day, the work that he does. And you're right, everyone can't always see that, and he's very good at seeing what we're there for.
Wow. And you know, when you were telling me about just the projects that he's been working on and how he's transformed the others in the work environment, the culture of the work environment, his work ethic, his being on time, and how he takes his job so responsibility.
Yes.
How's that worked with the others?
It really has changed the culture a little bit. He's very happy to have a job. He's very proud of the job that he does. He comes in every day with a very positive attitude, interacts with everybody, and it's just contagious, you know, and it's good to work with people who want to be there every day and really positive about that. And he encourages other people to do that just by him walking through the door every day.
And it's not an easy job, what he's doing.
No,
not easy.
It's not easy. He works in our pediatric emergency department. It's a very busy place. We do a lot of great work there. We work miracles every day, but it is not always the easiest environment to work with. Very busy, lots of patients and families, lots of different staff members in and out.
Yeah. Tommy Lee, you serve as the Vice Chair on the Council on Developmental Disabilities. Tell me a little bit about the council, and then I want to go into your personal reason why you're serving.
The Tennessee Council on Developmental Disabilities is an agency in the state government that works across private and public sectors to improve the lives of people with disabilities and their families. Increasing employment is one of the things that the council is very focused on, especially for students that are in high school, leaving high school, finding them employment opportunities right out of the gate.
And your personal vested interest in this, I know that we met last week, I walked away just very humbled at the commitment that each of you have and each of the differences that both of you have made, not only in the workforce, but in your community as well. I know you're from Lawrenceburg.
Yes, ma'am.
And you pulled together a large group of people in a very short period of time to bring awareness. Talk about that.
Well, God has blessed Lisa, my wife Lisa, and I with Abigail. Abigail has Down syndrome. She is 15 years old this year, going on 16 and going in high school. She reminds us of that every day. So, and we spent a lot of time at Vanderbilt Hospital back a long time ago, so we appreciate Vanderbilt Hospital so much. The council worked with the ARC of Tennessee and Tennessee Works as a collaboration to have what is called community conversations across the state of Tennessee. They contacted Lisa and I and said, hey, can you coordinate a meeting of people to talk about employment with disabilities? We live in a very close-knit community, and so we called all of our friends around Lawrence County. That my wife owns a beauty shop. That really helps to know a lot of folks. So we called all of our friends. We were so fortunate to have over 100 people in attendance at this meeting. And not only that, we had a goal of actually having employers there, because if you're going to have a conversation about employing people with disabilities, then you need to have employers there that can actually do the hiring. So we called, and we had over 30 employers there. We had our county mayor, our city council, a lot of county commissioners there. We had service providers there as well. We also had education leaders there. It was just a wonderful night. Some of the things that's happened since our community conversation is give you a personal example of a fellow by the name of Austin. Austin was there, and we asked Austin to be to do some entertainment for us. Austin has autism, and he is a wonderful guitar player. He's a wonderful singer. So he did some entertainment for us that night. After the community conversation, Austin started working at a local grocery store there in town. Austin has since started going to Columbia State Community College, and he has since moved on to FedEx. I have talked, I'm friends with Austin's boss at FedEx, and I talked to her just the other day, and she just went on and on and on about how wonderful of an employee Austin is. He shows up on time to work every time he's supposed to show up. He does exactly what he's supposed to do, no complaining. Austin is just an asset to her company, and she told me, here was her statement: if I had the opportunity to hire a department full of Austins, I would tomorrow. And we've had other instances where other people are hired as well from our community conversation. We have Cheyenne Keaton is in a wheelchair. She has cerebral palsy. She is now working at the Brass Lantern a few days a week. And also Sydney Jones has Down syndrome. She's working at the Brass Lantern, a restaurant there in town as well. So it's just been a wonderful, wonderful thing to see the communication.
It's very good, very good.
Yes.
I love what you're doing in your community. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll be right back after this.